You know, let's get started, Mom. You're broken. Your elbows are, you had surgery on everything. You need this in your bloodstream. So I helped a couple of people. I got my products paid for in the first month. So that's happening in people's first hour these days. I mean, this guy's made over several $1,000s in the last couple of months by helping a couple of other people get their products for free, and a couple of other people earn a paycheck as well. So for me, it was just a little bit. So I got my products for free, and then it started paying my car payment, my house payment. A year into it, it replaced my wife's income, and then 6 months later, replaced my income. We haven't had jobs in 3.5 years. At this point, I'm psychologically unemployable, Marty. So I wouldn't have a job. They say that job stands for just over broke or jump out of bed, or what's that new one that Brandon and Luke said the other day? Jump out of bed. Anyway, so I don't have to jump out of bed unless I'm excited about going to share my story or something. At this point, I wake up with my eyes open and I get to spend all day with my wife and kids. We homeschool the kids. We travel the world helping people. I mean, this thing's incredible. Just like I was helping Brian learn a little bit and get started. So I share, instead of just me telling the whole story in 30 or 40 minutes, I just said, hey man, go take a look at this video. Because who can do that?
Anybody.
Anybody can point to a video. So it's all about teaching people how to do the business as you do it for them. So I said, Brian, well, check out this video. So while he was doing that, I was buying a new puppy. That's kind of what's happened in the last 48 hours for my family. I was getting a new puppy for the kids. So, and then when I got Jennifer Harrell started, like I said, somebody else that we went to high school with, when I was getting Jennifer Harrell started Friday night, I just introduced her to Vanessa Mack. And while Vanessa was talking to her and they were doing the system and the business, I was brushing my teeth. So I wouldn't have bad breath for you guys coming here. But I was getting ready. I was doing some things in my house. So while you're going through daily life, you get to put the system to work for you, and that's what has made this thing facilitate and come to where it is for us. So okay, that I want you to hear my story, but this is very cool. I was in the Marine Security Guard program. I worked in embassies abroad for several years in the Marine Corps. And there was a guy that I worked with there. I've always thought, man, I want to get that guy started in the business because he's a global dude. And there's another guy that we all work together. And I've been working with JC and also used to work with this guy, Kim. And him and his brother, they're both big business guys too. Well, Glenn Klein, and this is in Warsaw, Poland. I'm going to show you the 6 degrees of separations real quick here, guys, how small the world really is. Glenn Klein in Washington, D.C. just put me on the phone to close out his event, and he said, well, before you get started, I want to tell you about this guy named Kim Young that's sitting here. I think you know him from Warsaw, Poland. And the hair stood up on my whole entire body, because all I could think is, that guy's on my list. But I didn't reach out to him fast enough, right? So, hey, he's part of the team, though, so good for Glenn for taking action. We've seen that before, haven't we, Marty?
Oh, yes, we have.
Twice. I love putting him on the spot. Twice. Good, solid stories of where Marty, he had a couple of people he could have, that got in, and they got in something, and but he could have called them. So, make your list, call the people that you love and care about the most, because this thing is growing. We're enrolling 5,000 plus people in the next 90 days. We started this program before Christmas, and thousands have already enrolled, but you have an opportunity to plug in these Project 5000 calls throughout the week, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturdays. Tonight is the normal opportunity call, so you can plug people into that on the way home. You can invite a few people, say, hey, I'm excited, got something I want you to check out with me. If you're open to making some extra money, here it is, and then that's putting us to work for you. But I just want to tell you that about Kim. And that, I missed out there, but it's all good. All right, so we're excited, guys. We invite you to join the team, plug in, learn, earn as you learn. You don't have to know everything to get started with this, guys. You don't have to know everything to earn a paycheck. That guy that I helped in Minnesota, he was a multi-million-dollar income earner for 17 years. He was a diamond in Amway for 17 years. And but he's out of the game a little bit, so he had to learn from scratch. Went there and talked to a few people for him, and he hit bronze in his first week. So You know, he doesn't really know a lot about Moringa or about Zija. He knows the industry, but he hit bronze really quickly, knowing very little. So you can accomplish a lot in a short amount of time. Speaking of time, are we good? You want me to? I'm going to hit the packages here,
Yep.
and then I'll do a quick ABC123 because I want to have time to be able to spend some time with you guys. This, I'm just shooting from the hip here. Let me think. So starter kit. So we have a starter kit that's $330. We have a builder system 1 and a builder system 2. And guys, there's a fast start training video where Chris Estes is breaking some of this down himself. You'd pass out if you understood the kind of income that Chris is making at this point. Thank you. And so he's explaining it there. There's several other videos validated. I just want to show you how to get started because all you need to do is plug in, pick your package, you get enough product for yourself and enough to share with X amount of people, and that's what this is all about. So $330, double that, $660, double that, $1320. So keep in mind that 32 right there, and then yeah, 32 trial packs, and then so you're making with these two, you're making a 50% increase in team commissions. Okay. For 3 months and for 6 months. So here's the perks to these packages. With the starter system, you're in. I call it the foot in the door package. Okay, you're in. You got, not like Marty style. We're not twisting arms. That's what we're not here. We look for a volunteer army, people that want change, people that want to make a difference. And you got to believe in yourself, because I didn't. A couple years ago, I didn't. You know, I had a high confidence in everything coming out of the Marine Corps, but corporate America kind of squished my dreams a little bit. So I've been freed, right? Our shackles have been broken. We don't have to twist people's arms. People want this. Starter kit, foot's in the door at $330. So $330, that's a personal system or starter kit. That's giving you enough product for yourself for 1 month, but then enough to share about 8 trial packs. Your friends and family, your immediate community. That's giving you a free shaker bottle, free shipping, free enrollment. The biggest savings with these packages, but no big extra perks for that, except for actually you get, what is it, $150 worth of free product here, $300 worth of free product here, and $600 worth of free product here. And it's in the form of these trial packs. So double that one, and you have 16 trial packs here, and 32 trial packs here, but you're making 50% more team commissions for 3 months and 6 months. That's significant if you want to make extra money on the front end. You know, everybody's got their own dream and vision and way they're going to go at it. Some people start slow, some people start fast. But, Brian, if you went to work tomorrow and said, hey, or that they told you, hey, we're going to give you a raise for 3 months or for 6 months, we're going to increase your pay 50% for 3 months or 6 months, which one would you choose?
6 months.
6 months. Mo money, mo longer, right? You're making a longer, more money for a longer period of time. So that part's a no-brainer. For anybody that's business-minded, they're going to get started with the builder system too, because for doing the same exact thing, you're going to get paid more. But what I'm going to show you is how to get started, how for us to pay you $330 to get started, if I can remember my math here. So you're in, and then we help you learn some basics, and then you help 2 people, so you get started with Builder 2. And so the rationale here is if you're in and you got a new shiny little green gun, right? The Zija gun. You know, I'm a Marine, so I have to talk military terminology. Your little Zija gun, and you're loading it with 32, right? Not 8 or 16, but 32 Moringa bullets. Okay, and you got it's pointed at the target, and it's fixated. You don't have to aim it. Okay, it's pointed at the target for you. All you have to do is pull the trigger, pull the trigger, pull the trigger. Fabian, do you think if you had your Zija gun pointed at the target for you and you pulled the trigger 32 times, you think you could hit it twice?
Yeah.
Yes, that's good. That's good. See? Yes, because it's pointed at the target for you. All you have to do is pull the trigger. That part's up to you. So, so I promise you, if you process, and that's what this is all about, processing a simple system, showing people that you're not doing something super spectacular. I'm not wearing a cape here, I promise, guys. That's what helped me to realize I could do this. Chris Estes was not Superman. I said if he could do it, I could do it. And if I could do it, you can do it. So you carried 32 people through the process. You're going to find 2 that also see the vision. And then they enroll Builder 2. So boom, you've made $200 on your first order bonus. The company pays us 10 different ways every single week. Paychecks are cut every Friday. Every single week is when we're paid on our little ProPay card, and several people in the room have one, our little Zija ProPay card. And if you are, and how many ways are you paid at work, Casey, in the school system? In the military, she was also in the military, so how many ways did the Army pay you guys? Marine Corps paid the same way, just one. But we paid 10 different ways. First order bonus, you got paid $200. If you do it quickly in your first 28 days, you get some. There are some perks there too. If you speed qualify, you're getting a double first order bonus. So it's normally a 100. But so you don't have to understand all this. This is a basic just overlay for you to see how you can get started quickly and earn a paycheck before you really know much. So just for enrolling 2 people, you get what we call a builder bonus. $100 there. And then the company pays 10% every single week in paychecks, or in team commissions, on the lesser leg of the volume that your team produces. So I mean, basically if you take a can of Zija, or serving a Zija, say if it's $3 a serving, say $1.50 of it goes to the company to keep it rolling, $1.50 of it goes back to the field. Let's just look at it like that. So 10%, but hey, no, we're going to pay 15%, 50% more for the Builder 1 and Builder 2 people. So, and you have 1,000, and a Builder System 2 is 1,000 points of volume. So that's $100, but no, it's actually going to be $150. So 150, actually I didn't mean to circle that one. So 200, y'all help me with my math. 200 plus 200 plus 100 plus 150 is 650. That's right. So 650. Now, we're going to now, Brian, like I invited Brian, he came tonight, he's open, ready to learn. So he drove all the way here from Franklin, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm going to take care of them because they invested their time. So I'm going to hook them up with a trial pack. In the beginning I didn't because I was broke. Right? I was living paycheck to paycheck, living in a house I could afford. I was a broke-minded American and so on. So now I just help people out. So I'm hooking up. But in the beginning, don't. Recoup your investment. Sell it at about $25 a pop. 32 times $25 is 850. 800.
800.
800. So 800, and then after you enroll your first 2 people, what happens?
Free product.
You get free product. As if there's nothing, I mean, as if we don't have enough reasons to get excited, Marty. When I first started, we didn't have a program called Team 250. We didn't have that. Now, we have Team 250. That allows Larissa to get her product for free every single month. After you get your first 2 people, your first 2 enrollments, then you get credited for your next month's auto ship. And then you can do it again the very next month. If you enroll 250 points worth of volume, your next month product is credited back to you. So we have the Team Bins program, cars everywhere. That's a good point that Marty made. We have a Get It Free program. We got one of the best compensation plans the company or the industry has. But now we have Team 250. I didn't have that, but my product's been free for 4.5 years because of the business in general. But now Team 250. So let's add all that up. $1,650 minus $1,320 is what? $330. So look, you just moved 32, because this ain't some Amway, fill up your garage back in the day. And I have a lot of respect for Amway, don't get me wrong, since I'm being recorded here. And I got a lot of people I've learned a lot from Quickstar and Amway business and some other network marketing companies. But this isn't some stock your garage and pink Cadillac, delivering product thing. The product goes from a warehouse to their house. In the beginning, though, you're getting started because you want enough product for yourself to create a story, right? Don wanted a story, but then you want to get rid of it like you're a Colombian drug lord. Okay? You want to just go out and just get it in people's bellies. Okay? Just get it in people's bellies because we have a 93.4% reorder rate of people who use the products correctly for 3 months, 9 times out of 10 they're on it for life. So 32 times 25, 800. You got your 650 from the comp plan in many different ways. $200 worth of your free auto ship, because I'm on 150 point auto ship. That maximizes my comp plan, and I just got paid $330. So I got in for free, and I profited $330 for 2 enrollments. Does that sound good? For new guys, that might be a lot to chew, but I'd like to just break that down and show you the simplicity behind getting started. I know it's a mess, but if you want to take a picture, it's going to go bye-bye. So, man, that's all I have. I think before we break up, and then we could just do a little Q&A, I'll do a quick, just what it takes to start growing your business. And then the rest of it, again, you earn while you learn. So I'll do a quick ABC123 fast start training, we call it. And then the rest really you just plug in. I went and spoke to, I think it was about 16 people at a home event last night in Gallatin. I hadn't been to this group in Gallatin yet. In months, they've been rocking and rolling without me. And so that's called leverage. So I haven't been there. I've met these people along the way, great people, but it's Lori's team and some other people's team, so they've been helping. So then they said, "Hey Kevin, these guys are excited. They want to hear a new story and see a new face. Would you mind going and helping?" Sure. You help people, work with people that have earned your time and deserve your time, because there's only so much to give. So I went down there, and this guy Scott, I could tell he was in. He's sharp, business-minded guy. He's business, something in business. And he said, we just answered his questions, and he was kind of excited as I left. And then today they texted, and he said, "I'm all in, Builder System 2, let's rock and roll." So he's going to receive a text from me, or Lori, or whoever, the Fast Start Training text that includes a call that he could just dial in and listen to a lot of this stuff. So there's so much that you can learn just on the go through recorded calls. All right. Real simple. Well, I'm going to pause for any questions. Just, I know we're kind of moving fast. It's neat to have a lot of cool stories like this, because you never know. Sometimes Vanessa Mac's here, but sometimes Don's here. And I was like texting Vanessa saying, "Hey, Don's up here preaching, man. She's not even here." Vanessa helped Don get started, and Don's building the business without her. And that's the key. As you grow this, before you know it, you find people that are as good as you, if not better than you. And that's called leverage, because they're going to go off. Luke Curry, I enrolled this guy who's better than me, and he don't want my help at this point. He said, "Leave me alone and leave my people alone, because it's my team." I'm like, "Cool, go do it." So, but I'll shut up. Any questions? Don't be scared. Larissa? Martin?
So get 2, then, and I know you only have to get 1 per month to get your free auto ship, because that's the first part, correct? Or 250 points.
Absolutely, and
You don't
that's
keep having to get 2.
Yep, and that first part, that's your initial investment. It's just your investment. You can recoup your investment. That's not a purchase. That's a one-time thing. The rest of it is your auto ship, and that's just you picking your favorite product. It doesn't matter to me. And about the packages, it doesn't matter to Casey, it doesn't matter to Anel or anybody how you get started, but it does matter to you. It can fast forward your business 6 months to a year on how you get started, having the extra product and the extra commission and so on. I like to just tell people, think about how many people you know that you can help. People that have tendonitis, arthritis, joint pain, sleep apnea, ADHD, weight management issues, or what we call sometimes flat wallet problems. I used to have that, but it's not as flat as it used to be. All right? Go ahead.
And one more thing, everybody that the Builder System 2 is the way I did it, because that's what you told me to do. And I listen. I listen to Joe McNitch say, everybody does it. So you're kind of just thinking, okay, I follow the leaders. But every person I did not do Builder System 2 says to me, "God, I can't believe I didn't do something better."
Yeah.
Every one of them. I've done 3. I've only done, out of 16 people, everybody but 3 has done Builder System 2s. And all 3 of those have said, "Why didn't I do the Builder System 2? Especially Bowman.
And what he's describing is people do what you do, they don't do what you say. They copy. Well, like what he said. He said, well, I'm jacked, Kevin. What do you want me to do? You know, what do I need to do? That's kind of what I said with Chris. I'm like, well, I'm in it for the products and the business. You tell me what I need to do, Chris. You need to get Builder 2. Okay, here's Builder 2. I put it on credit. I didn't have the money in the beginning. I put it on a credit card, but I earned that back real quickly. But, you know, he's right. A lot of people, they kind of cheat themselves or don't underestimate themselves. And then before you know it, they missed out on some income. So that's kind of what I tell everybody. How many people do you know? That's one deciding factor. How much money do you want to make on the front end for doing the exact same thing? Because, you know, some people are like, well, it's gonna take a while, so I'm not gonna come out blazing. So they might not. And then duplication. People do what you do, not what you say. 9 times out of 10, they're gonna copy the same way that you got started. So, good question, Marty. What am I doing here? Oh, 2. Why? And plug in. Alright, so it's just like Anel said, when you do this thing, you want to keep it system simple. The KISS principle. Just keep it real simple. After you get started, whatever package, ain't nobody gonna be mad at you. Right? You get in where you fit in. Don't delay another day. This thing's rolling. Like I told Brian, somebody that went to high school together just enrolled. Like if I had I didn't know Brian was looking from a distance, and now I know, so now we're working through the process. But if I had bumped him up on my list, maybe we could have gotten him started before Jennifer, and then Jennifer would have been on his team. So now it's maybe the other way around. But so we're rolling. So get started. But after you're in, then here's what happens. You simply, when you enroll your first 2 people, because now we have all kind of people that just enrolled and they're brand new. It's like babies making babies, right? New people enrolling new people. Before you know it, you got a bunch of new people and nobody knows what to do. And that's what the calls and that's what these events are for. So experts can teach your people. You don't have to teach them anything. And then before you know it, you're listening on a 3-way call, or you're listening in the background at an event, and you're learning. And guys, I promise, it's the same questions over and over and over. There's never anything new. You know, God knows everything is going to happen, right? It's all the same thing over and over. And then before you know it, you are the expert, and you can move quickly. You can move more quick for your people. So after you enroll your new person, then you're going to introduce them to your sponsor. And this is, notice how I'm doing this. This isn't like I'm teaching you how to do it. I'm teaching you how to teach it here. You're going to tell your new person, hey, I want to introduce you to my sponsor real quick. I want to introduce you to another bronze or above, another leader. And then let me get you on the phone with a nice 6-figure income earner, an emerald or above, a senior leader that has an incredible story that your business-minded people won't be able to walk away from. So let me get you involved with a few people, and guess what? On those couple of 3-way calls, you're gonna learn the rest of this, really. So this is just a recap of what you will learn there, because they're gonna highlight and mention it. And in the very beginning, maybe sit down with your new person or have your upline do it for you and help them understand peak, pass, plug. That's a very simple concept. Everybody, y'all work with me and say, peak, pass, plug.
Peak, pass, plug.
Very simple. All you're doing with this business is simply saying you're piquing someone's interest. And then instead of talking a lot about it, you're passing them over to a third-party tool, Don. I don't have a lot of time, Don, but man, if you take a look at that, I'll get with you tomorrow at about 4. Is that cool?
That's cool.
Awesome. Hey kids, let's play with this new puppy. Right, I'm living life while he's learning. So pique their interest, then pass them to a third-party tool, and then the next day, hey Don, man, it's great. I'm glad I bumped into you the other day. Did you get a chance to take a look at that Success from Home magazine like you said you would?
Yes,
Catch that? Put them on the spot, like you said you would. Well, great, man. What did you like most about what you saw?
The business.
Sweet. So what questions do you have for me?
How do I get started?
How do you get started? So, man, that's a great question, Don, and I want to help you with this, but I want to show you how simple this thing is, so hold on just a second. Hey, Tyler. Hey. Hey, I got Don on the other line. I appreciate you being on standby. Would you mind just answering his question and just demonstrate the system for him?
Sure.
Awesome. Hey, Tyler, this is Don, and yada, yada, yada. And then he gets to see the system at work. He gets to see the tools do the talking. He gets to see the system do itself. So then he can walk away from that and say, you know what? Kevin don't know anything. He just put me on the phone with that Tyler guy. I can do that too. Right, Brian? It's kind of what he saw last night. And that's kind of what they're seeing today because, so you saw Nell and Marty talk. Hunter?
Yes.
So you haven't seen Hunter talk. So others can see, well, Hunter can build a big business too just because these guys are doing all the work. This is like I said on that call, this is like at church, the pastor, we do all the preaching, but you collect the offering, right? So, sponsor and your Peak Pass plug is Peak Interest, pass them to the third-party tool, plug them into experts. That was a quick example. And then you just want to steer them to, that's sloppy, but that's a ZJ University in your back office. Just enrolled Jennifer, and I haven't even talked to her because she's been busy with her kids, but I did send her the Fast Start training call, and then she got on that, and she's already done ZJ University. She took the initiative, plugged into her back office. She said, I've been watching the videos, I'm excited about this, I'm making my list, and checking it twice and all that. So look at ZJ University from a corporate level and Elite University at teamelite.net. Teamelite.net. Then the majority of how to build this business is all found there. But really, that's all you have to know to get started and to help a few people get your first paycheck. You learn a lot right there. And then so A stands for access. Give your people access to the experts. And then B stands for basics. Show your new people just basic fundamentals, right? Basic training for my military friends. And then just commit. Help your new person that just got started. Say, hey Don, man, I'm glad I got all your questions answered. You just got started with the Builder System 1, that's cool. But I'm committed to you. Are you cool?
Absolutely.
Will you commit to me? Don't give up until we get your first 2 people enrolled. You in? You want to say, babe? All right. I'm gonna go to bat for you, man. I'm gonna work for you to make sure you get your first 2. And then just work with your people to the extent that they're working A, B, C, because you don't want people reinventing the wheel. This thing is the wheel's round. We don't want square wheels, right? So the wheel is perfectly round already. You help people commit to their first 2, and then help them commit to their why, right? I carry my why around in my pocket every single day. A lot of my goals and my why. Why am I doing this? Why am I not going to quit when the going gets tough and the tough gets going? I'm not going. But I know Marty's not going. I know Scott's not going anywhere but building this thing. But a lot of my whys are crossed off. So I had to come up with new ones, right? Because my goals keep growing, my desire, my vision keeps growing. So develop a why. Your why's got to be strong enough to make you cry, or it's not strong enough. Okay? So, about the kid. Not about money, money, money. The money's going to come. But why am I going to do this? Why? I want to save the children, feed the homeless, shelter, whatever. Strong reason why. And then just simply plug in, guys. If you do this, commit to your first 2. Commit to your why. Commit to plugging into the system. The sky's the limit. Because guess what? You just found 2 people. A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, to those 2. And then you just found 4 new people. A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, to those 4 people. Is that, you see the compounding? And then now, I even tell the kids to do this. Go to YouTube or Google, whatever, and look up the compounding penny theory. I'm a visual learner. I'm a visual and audible learner. If I see it, and somebody else said it on the call the other day, and I'm the same way. I can read it, but I fall asleep when I read. My ADHD kicks in, and I just can't focus on one thing. I like to do it all and touch it. And so when you hear it, or when I hear it, I lost track of what I was.
When you see it.
Yeah, when I see it. Man,
The compound.
oh yeah, compounding penny theory. I tell people, yeah, see, my ADHD just kicked in there. But when I see it, it's in. Boom, it's in there. And then I can teach it and preach it because I know it, I understand it. So go look at that compounding penny theory. You'll see how to, you double a penny for 30 days, 31 for some magic, but double a penny for 30 days. In the first couple of days, it's a couple of pennies. In the first week even, it's only a couple of tens, maybe 100. The next week, it's barely a couple of thousand, but that third week, day 29, it's close to millions, Day 30, you're looking at $5 million plus, and then day 31, $10 million, because of helping two people. So it gives you a visual representation of how this business works. Helping two, to help two, to help two, to help two. And you do that right there, and you've duplicated a simple system. Because if I help Don to help, Marty to help Anel, eventually I might go start working with Fabian, because Anel's going to say, well, Kevin taught me how to help Marty help Anel, so I better help Marty help Anel find Tyler. See that? And then I'll keep growing without it. So, hey guys, that's all I have. I just wanted to, why don't we break it up so we can talk outside and get out of the box here. And but I love sharing our story, helping people, especially new people, see the vision behind how simple this is. There were some numbers there that was just really to show you a snapshot of how to get your products for free and stuff right out of the gate. But don't feel like you have to understand any of this. And this is very simple. This is just a snapshot of the entire system and how you can put it to work for you. So Scott, do you have anything else you wanted to add, or you want me to just get outside?
That's it. I just wanted to tell everybody thanks for coming, and we'll just come out here and chit chat for a little while.
Yep. And I've got to get on the opportunity call.
I want to give Kevin a hand.